All right, guys. Do you believe part two is out? So we're gonna listen to part two. That's what we're gonna do. For people that's watching a rebroadcast, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, hype the video up. All that'll be greatly appreciated. So what we're gonna do is we're going to listen to part two of the interview with no visuals. We're just gonna listen, and so we can take it in better. This is gonna be my first time listening to it with you guys. So I'm giving you my honest reaction as I listen to this part two. So let's see. So what we're gonna do, guys, this is the first time I'm listening to it. I wanted to do a raw reaction. So that's what I'm gonna do. So first off, get this, let me get this shared out. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody is well. You said waiting to hear your common sense critique. Oh, we about to get it. I appreciate you joining, Raymond. We're gonna get it. Don't worry, we're gonna get it. I'm just sharing this out. Uh, I'm sharing this out to everybody. Whether they come or not, it's all good. All right. And let me see, where else can I share it to? Let's go here. Guys, it's crazy. We're gonna do a live reaction, man. This is crazy. This is part two. We're gonna listen to it though, so we won't get distracted by it, because you already know they have bad body language. We already know that. We already know the body language is body language and it's off. And it's crazy. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this right now.
Why would we call Cito if we have a dead body on the boat? I mean, why? Why would we call the Coast Guard? Why would we do the things we did if we know we killed somebody?
You don't hear about the pool party because it was on June 27th. You don't hear about anything else that was mentioned. Thousands of lies. You call the Coast Guard.
What is your thoughts on that phone call to Cito? Some people have gone out and done enhancements to the.
Wait a minute. Wait. I feel like I heard this already. Hold on. Hold on, guys, because I thought I got part two. That's what I thought I saw earlier. Let me see. Oh yeah, it is. It is part two. Cito audio. All right, cool. All right, let's go.
To the audio, and in doing that created a transcript manually. It doesn't appear that the transcript was derived from an automated system or have any, in my opinion, real integrity with it. What are your thoughts first, you guys, on the audio, and then I'll get to you, Ed, on could that be a defamatory area the way it was produced? So what do you guys think about that audio?
Well, I can go ahead and say that as you posted that clip of all of us on the boat, as it's rolling, not rolling, but right there sitting in the water, Wyatt's on the phone with Cito in that clip. I mean, he's on the phone. Wouldn't you think that you would have seen Nolan on the bottom on the floor or something, or scrambling around, or everybody in a pot, like in a small space on the boat looking at him or something? I mean, it's just so crazy to think that. Why would we call Cito if we have a dead body on the boat? I mean, why would we call the Coast Guard? You know, why would we do the things we did if we know we killed somebody? And then another following up on that is, why aren't we in jail yet? I mean, we're not geniuses. There's no way we could have done a murder. I mean, there's no way we could have covered it up, especially out there with that many people. Go ahead.
I think, especially about the Cito call, I think people, regardless of who it is going to believe what they want to hear. I think half these people, or not half these people, but some of these people you can't convince, regardless. They're going to believe what they want to believe. If they want to believe that my friends and I had something to do with Nolan dying, then they're going to believe that regardless of what you put out.
Let me stop right there real quick. This is gaslighting. We can just sit down and just take notes on the gaslighting. I don't care what they're saying right now. Okay, I don't. All I know is, hold on a second. Hold on. I don't care what they're saying. This is what they didn't address this right here. Hold on a second. They're not addressing it. They not address. They said, well, what about the Cito call that everybody is this and that, right? What about the Cito call, guys? You know, everybody's addressing. All right, stop right there. That's all I want to know. I want to know what's up with the audio right there. Okay, well, what's up with the Nolan? Oh my God. That audio, so what they're saying is that audio was manipulated too. That was the original audio when they were on hold. That music when they were on hold. That's what he was listening to. He was listening to that hold music. So if he's saying that that's really him on with Cito, then something's going on then. Something's going on then. We can come to that conclusion because we didn't listen, I didn't manipulate the audio. This is what Mississippi put out. So are they contending that even that audio was manipulated? And how do we know that picture he sent to Brandon Tatum? How do we know that it was taken at that time? How do we know that? Do we have the metadata to that photo so we can match it up with the Cito call? And how do we know Nolan wasn't on another boat? We don't know that. We weren't there. So is that defaming somebody's character to ask questions? They don't even want us asking questions. And you know what I feel? Even though they didn't say this, I almost guarantee you they don't like the fact that people of color is talking about this case and they think they're above us. I almost can guarantee you this because this one girl said that this is an alleged story, but she said that some of the guys that were involved was like, it's a bunch of worthless blacks talking about it. That's the feeling I'm getting from these guys. So here's the thing, that Cito audio, nobody's explaining it. All they're saying has been manipulated, but let's listen again.
Hello?
That's what I heard, man. They got to address that. And if they're not going to address it now, maybe they'll address it at some point. But the family want answers to that. I can almost guarantee it. They want their answers to that. And the authority is going to have to do that. I heard that it was a guy was sitting in the back seat of a car and he got shot and they ruled it accidental. They have a I don't even want to get into all this stuff they ruling accidental out there. But if I'm a betting man, it's either two things the way this gonna happen. They could try to rule it accidental, and that'll be it. And I just want to tell people, like, just curb your emotions because we got to get prepared for everything. Because he just said, how come we not in jail yet? Well, hold on a second. Hold on. What do you mean, how come you're not in jail yet? You're not supposed to be in jail because you guys didn't do it. But I know what he's saying. Well, if you think we did it, how come we're not in jail yet? I'm not saying you did it. I just want to, first of all, we have to crawl before we walk. I want to know what's up with the background of the Cito audio. I thought you guys were going to address it, but they're not addressing it. If I was Brandon Tatum, I want to know, like, did you hear? I would play it for him. Do you hear what she's saying in the background? Okay, gentlemen, who is that talking? First of all, oh, you don't know who is talking? Okay, so my next question is, do you think that audio that Mississippi put out was manipulated? Is that what you're saying? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, because that may come back to haunt them. So that's what you're saying, right? The Cito people, when they put out that audio when you were on the phone, when we heard something in the background. So you're saying that wasn't your background, correct? See, because this could come back to haunt them later on because they're lying, because just in case that they're lying. So yeah, man, they got to they straight up, bro. They straight up gaslighting, bro. Straight up, yo. That's why people are getting pissed about this. Like, bro, we not stupid, man. We're not. They know we're not stupid. They know that what we heard, but they just going to continue to gaslight.
But you put out, Brandon, that a clip of the boat when Wyatt was on the phone with Cito, and it is boldly clear that Nolan was not on the boat with us.
Okay, he may not have been on a boat with y'all, but how do I know he wasn't on another boat messed up somewhere? How do we know that? Because you said it was 3 boats deep y'all came in, right?
You can literally almost see down to the deck. And as you can see in that picture, everybody.
Let me stop right there real quick. Guys, if anybody could send me that picture, they said that there were some pictures that the Cajun military released. The Cajun Navy released, excuse me. They released some pictures. There's a certain picture that's circulating right now that's showing him having somebody what appears to be in a headlock and there's blood on the boat. If anybody could send me that photo, and then also can you confirm to me that the Cajun Navy put that photo out? If anybody could send that to me, send it to my Instagram because I need to authenticate that photo. If I don't know if you guys saw that. There was a photo that's being circulated around, but I think some of this shit is AI, yo, and people trying to pass it off as real. We don't want to do that over here because they're using that against they're using that against the family. Like, oh man, look at this is coming out. I don't know if it's them that's throwing smoke screens out there, but somebody like yes or no, did the Cajun military, did they release a series of photos, yes or no? And do you know for a fact it came from the Cajun Navy? Because there's one photo of what it looks like Warren holding somebody, and it looks like blood on a boat. Now, how do I know that that's real? I don't know. But people are passing it off like, oh, guys, look at this photo. And I don't want the photo to be manipulated because some people said they put the photo in AI. I don't want that. I want the real photo. Because I understand what they're saying. There's certain things that y'all saying that's not right and exact, yo. And they're using that to try to flip it on the family. The family is not talking right now, and they should be worried. The family's not talking. And you know they probably have something. There's a lot of, I think they're buying time here too. I think there's somebody buying time. They're trying to figure out what the family got. I'm pretty sure of it. So if anybody is a photo being spread around, just to let you know that. I don't know if it's real or not.
Everybody is completely casual while Wyatt's on the phone with Cito. Yeah, we were scrambling around trying to get the boat fixed, but the guys were, in the video, you'd see me, I'm sitting on the bow. If there was someone dying on the boat, why would everybody just be sitting there waiting to either get towed in why in the first place, like Jack said, why would Wyatt call Cito? It's crazy. The reason we turned down Coast Guard is why would we call?
And just to let you know, while they're talking, their lawyer has his arms just like Trayston did. His arms are locked. They better not be lying. They better not be lying, yo, or they gonna ruin his good name. They better not be lying, yo. He looked mad as fuck, guys. The lawyer, he looks mad, yo. He looked like he ready to punch somebody. That's how mad he looked. Okay. He had his arms folded like that. And he looks like he ready to fight, man. You said, Max, if you call the Navy as guest, I'm sure they'll talk to you on the pod. No, I'm not trying to do that. I got my own, yo. I don't be trying to like seek people out. I just want to know that the photo is real, that they claim, the people claim that they put out.
Coast Guard if Cito could pull us in, but we fixed the boat and we ran into Fort Bayou, and that's it. The Cito call was completely enhanced, and these people just want to believe what they want to hear, and that's exactly what they're doing. So it's just crazy to me that people have tried to twist this and twist the audio. When we came out with the first interview, it debunked half these lies, and now you don't hear about any of it. You don't hear about the pool party because it was on June 27th. You don't hear about anything else that was mentioned. Thousands of lies. And now, the audio comes back, and all of a sudden we can hear Nolan yelling in the background, screaming. We're screaming back.
We don't hear Nolan in the background screaming. No, sir. No, we do not. See, they lying. No, we do not hear Nolan in the background screaming. We hear a girl talking. We hear guys and girls talk. We don't hear Nolan screaming, sir. What is he? What Cito audio they looking at? We're not hearing Nolan in the background. Guys, this is bad, man. This is bad. This looks bad, bro.
And now you don't hear about any of it. You don't hear about the pool party because it was on June 27th. You don't hear about anything else that was mentioned. Thousands of lies. And now, the audio comes back, and all of a sudden we can hear Nolan yelling in the background, screaming. You
see that? He said now all of a sudden the audio comes back and we can hear Nolan in the background screaming. Did anybody hear Nolan in the background screaming? No. So what is he talking about? We talking about the Cito audio. Hold on a second. Hold on. Because they crazy, bro. Hold on. Let me see. Can y'all hear me now? I got my monitor. Let's see. Can y'all hear me now? All right. Yep. Y'all sure can. Yo, you believe that? My sound just went gone. I hope they ain't messing with my live, man. Like for real. Hold on. Let me go to. Give me a second, guys. Let's go back. Thank you for letting me know about the sound. Let me rewind it just a little bit. Here we go.
Before you go out saying something that's not true, that could hurt someone, just do your research. I mean, it's easy. All you have to do is just scroll like they do all day long and find the evidence that's right in front of their face. And I mean, it'll prove its own facts.
All right, let me stop right there. Yo, let me ask you guys a question real quick. Who is putting them up to these interviews, bro? They're not prepared. What do you guys think, man? I don't think they want to do the interviews, man. Like, who is putting them up to this? Is somebody freaking out in the background and making them do this? Because, like he said, he's talking about the people. He's talking about content creators. That's what he's talking about. Yes, there have been some content creators that said they did it. I wasn't one of them. I'm just critiquing their interview, and they need to delete this. They need to tell Brandon to delete it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not right at this point. Let's say if they didn't have nothing to do with it. Let's say if somebody else did it and they're trying to cover up with somebody. This is not right, man. Because I'm looking at the kid in the white shirt, and I'm looking at Jax. They don't look right, bro. And the lawyer has his arms crossed, and he looked like he about to punch somebody the whole time, bro. It's not right. It's not right, man. Let me just say this, guys. I'm all about fairness. I don't know if these young men did it, but they shouldn't be subjected to this either. I'm fairness all the way down, man. If they're going to be subjected to something, if they did it needs to be in court, man. At the end of the day, man, you have a right to remain silent, bro, for a reason. I don't know who approved this because they don't want to be there. You could tell by the body language. It's like they're being forced to do it. I don't know. I mean, that's just my this is deep, yo. This thing is running deep. All right, that's the only thing I can see. This is running deep. Yeah, but if that is the case with her, she of all people would know to remain silent as an attorney. Judges are attorneys at the end of the day. They were attorneys first. This is not right, bro. Nah, this is not right. Let's continue.
I could say I would want to add on to that, do the proper research. Sort through all the lies. I mean, and a lot of these stuff, like you can just tell straight off the bat it's lies. And for one, it's defaming us. And for two, it makes you look like a dummy. I mean, like you're just saying stuff, just pulling it out of who knows where. And you just look like an idiot on your phone making this TikTok or whatever. Like do your research, man. Like if you can't simply do that, don't get on your phone and start making a video.
It's just kind of concerned me with like how people have the time of day to just make up complete.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to listen to that one more time, yo, about him saying to people on the phone. Let me listen one more time.
And you just look like an idiot on your phone making this TikTok or whatever. do your research.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is my first time listening to it. I'm predicting everything before they say it. Didn't I just say they are answering people from TikTok and YouTube and stuff? I just said it. And this I promise you guys, this is the first time I'm hearing this. That's who they're addressing. They're addressing TikTok people and people they see on YouTube. Didn't I just say it? That's what he just said. And this is where the pressure is coming from, because on TikTok and YouTube and wherever, and Facebook, people are talking about this case. That's where the pressure is coming from. All right, so guys, let me just say this real quick. If you don't know, let me go back to Ben Crump for a second. Do anybody know what Ben Crump did? Do you know? Do anybody know he did something that was very big in this case? Anybody know? And this is what his job is. That's what he does. He'll come to your city, and he will, once he make a press conference, then the case leaves the city. That's what he did. We wouldn't have known about this case if it wasn't for Ben Crump. Y'all know that, right? There's stuff happening out there all the time. We're not aware of it. Were you aware of all those hangings? You were aware of the college student, because that made national news. But I'm talking about this case. You wouldn't have heard about this case if Ben Crump hadn't got involved. You wouldn't have heard about it. We probably would have heard like a short news story on the news, and we would have ran on with something else, talking about D4VD or something, David or something. We would have went on. But when he got on, that's why everybody's pissed with him, because when he got on this case, he brought everybody in. He brought Colin Kaepernick in. Remember, there was a news story that Colin Kaepernick paid for the second autopsy. And then there was a news story that Tyler Perry got involved, and Al Sharpton came there for the funeral and everything, and Spike Lee came for the funeral. That's what made this leave the city. Now they're scrambling and scraping, because I got that from the Diddy trial, scrambling and scraping. But now that they scrambling, they trying to figure it out. And my only thing is, I don't know who they are, but in the background, they're trying to do some type of damage control. They may ultimately tell the person that's responsible for this, we'll buy you 10 years. We're gonna have to. You heard what just happened with Clenny, the OnlyFans model. You know what I'm saying? Somebody crashed out here. And if this hadn't have left the city, they would have gaslight the family to death, and it would have been over with. But this is not going away because of what Ben Crump did. He made this a media thing. That's why they're trying to flip it on him and say he made it racial. No, he didn't. We would have never heard about this case if Ben Crump hadn't have had that press conference. So that was the important part. So Ben Crump already did his part already. And if you notice, he always bring lawyers with him. He's not the only lawyer. He bring a team with him. And then that's what they do. Just like Ben Crump, he just had a press conference, and for that family where the Lyft driver had assaulted her and everything, they're suing for like 50 something or 100 million or whatever they're suing for. Believe me, he's going to get close to that number. Believe me, he is. So this is very important, guys. Ben Crump made it so that we all know about it. Now, here's the thing. Now that we have all of the social media people on it, the TikTok people on it, is putting pressure on them, because this is not going away and they can't control it. This is the reason why, yeah, we're going to sue and we're going to do this and do that. Listen, people still going to talk about it. They're still going to talk about it. This stuff, guys, don't ever think, for anybody that's listening right now, if you're thinking about starting a social media presence, inbox me. I'll show you how to do it. If anybody think, well, nobody wants to hear my voice. Yes, they do. Get out your own head. Well, I don't have all the right equipment. I just have my phone. I just have my phone too. You need to get out your head, because people ain't worried about you at the end of the day. They're not worried about how you look. They're not. They want to know what's coming out of your mouth. Do you have some information or something they can relate to? That's it. Let the people decide if they're going to rock with you or not. Ultimately, the whole experience is what everybody listens. Why you think this is the best thing going except for the news? Because you guys can also chime in and be a part of the show. So if anybody here would like to start, just inbox me. I have a sheet that you can follow from A to Z. It'll show you how to get started. Because essentially everybody here now, whether you like it or not, you're content creators. Everybody is. Don't you have an account? You have to have an account to listen, right? Aren't you doing content right now because you're typing? That's content. So if anybody, I just had to say that real quick. If anybody is thinking about using their voice, do it now. Don't wait. All right, so let's get back to the show. This is putting pressure on them guys. It's the social media attention. I had said it. I said that they worried about the TikTokers and YouTubers, and he just said it. Because there's certain TikTokers that's getting millions of views, man. Okay? And think about it. If you're getting millions of views, these are unique views. They count unique views. So if you got 1 million eyes on your projects, that's 1 million people. You know, you ever been in a room full of with 1 million people? No. Even some stadiums don't have 1 million people in it. When you at a football game, there's thousands, but it ain't millions. Unless you're at not the O2 Arena. Unless you're at the Glastonbury, that'll be about 1 million people. If you're at the Glastonbury Festival in England, it's in England, right? Or France. I can't remember. I think it's England. That's the only time you're going to see 1 million people collective. That's a lot of people. So this is people from all over listening to this now. Now, there's people just discovering this case now. So it's pressure on them. But see, the thing is, they're plastering their face all over Brandon's thing, and people going to know who they are now. If they didn't do nothing, they don't need to have no interviews. You didn't do nothing. So what if people think you did it? So what? Just cut your internet off and get on your boat, enjoy your life. You see, but they can't do that. So it's interesting. Let's continue.
Search, man. Like if you can't simply do that, don't get on your phone and start making a video.
It's just kind
See, he said, don't get on your phone and start making a video. See,
of concerned me with like how people have the time of day to just make up complete lies out of something that they have no evidence of and to post on social media to put other people down. It's insane to me, like how like just people push this and want to make this a story that it's absolutely not. I don't know what happened to Nolan. My friends don't know what happened to Nolan. But for people to come around and say, "Oh, this happened for a fact, and I know this, and there's no telling me otherwise," then that's just stupid. You have no.
I agree with that. Like, if we don't know what happened, we can't say that they did it. Not right now. A jury have to decide it if they're going to get arrested. But yeah, we don't know who did it, but we can kind of put 2 and 2 together based on people's actions. But yeah, I would stay away from saying somebody definitively did it. No, we can't say that right now.
Like half these people that are saying all these crazy things on the internet, those lies have already been debunked. There's evidence supporting this is a lie. Like, why are you still saying this? These people just have no idea what they're talking about, and it's very clear because a lot of these people just speak without thinking and post stuff without thinking. But at the end of the day, it just looks really stupid on their page and whatever they're posted on. But it's just sad. Like people really take the time out of their day to post a bunch.
I told you guys, they're talking about the TikTokers, man. They're talking about TikTokers, people on Facebook, people on YouTube. Okay, they posting. There's a young lady right now. She doing spiritual work on them. She getting them in the spirit realm. Yep, she's a priestess, a voodoo something priestess. She said she is working on them right now. She said, "You see how he looking?" She said, "I'm working on him." Hey man, I stay away from that one. I just want to know the facts, like what's going on here. I ain't saying they did it, but what's going on? All right, hombre, be quiet. I see you.
Bunch of BS lies on a bunch of 19 and 20-year-olds who have never done anything to hurt anyone and, loved their friend. Like, I love that man more than anybody. And like, so did all of my friends. And it's absolutely horrible that these people want to come on and push this narrative that we had something to do with this or we killed our best friend. It's just sick to me, Brandon. And that's it.
Yeah.
Well, this might be too long, but I have a few things I need to add. First of all, with respect to Warren, if you just murdered your best friend on an island, the dumbest thing you could do would be to call the Coast Guard, to call a federal law enforcement agency and tell them, hey, can you guys go out and check out this island and look for Nolan Wells? Well, that's exactly what Warren did. Warren called the Coast Guard. And that is one of many very compelling facts. He got back and he called the Coast Guard. Does that sound like a guilty man to you?
I don't know.
All right. Now, these are all.
Oh, stop right there. Stop. I don't know if I don't know. Okay. I don't know. If I need an alibi, I would call everybody. Okay. I probably even call Ben Crump. Come on down here, Crump. I don't know what happened to him, even knowing I did it. I don't know. If you're trying to get out of something, you'll do what you got to do. I'm not saying he did it, but like I said, I wasn't there. I can't rule him out. I'm sorry. I just can't rule him out because I wasn't there. So I don't care if he called the Coast Guard and stuff like that. Maybe he need an alibi. I don't know.
American young men, incredible young men. And they did a lot more than just that. I won't go through all of it now, but they did a lot of heroic things after the fact. And they did the best they could. And they tried for their dear friend.
Mm.
All of their actions are the actions of innocent men, not guilty men. And again, they are categorically, completely, and totally innocent. All right? But that's not the end of it. I'll say this again. If you lied, you won't be able to hide. If you lied, you won't be able to hide. And you're going to be held accountable. And if you lied about these fine young men, these good Ocean Springs people, you're going to be held accountable. You're going to be sued. I tell you, there are going to be lawsuits because we have already identified some of the worst offenders. And it may have felt good for them in the moment, instant gratification, sugar high. They got their sugar high. But long after that sugar high wears off, they're going to find themselves in court, and it's going to be excruciatingly painful. The only thing I can say about that is it won't be quite as painful as what they did to Morgan, Jax, and Warren.
So Ed, I got one question for you, because the way you guys articulate the defamation, obviously, if someone puts out online lies, knowingly and intentionally do them, knowing that they're lies, in part, that's a part of the defamation. But is the racial component, because when someone goes out and says things without evidence, projecting that this was a racial encounter, is that a part of this defamation, or does that not count as far as your tactics on defending them or defending their honor, I guess, in this situation?
Well, one thing that we're never going to do is we're never going to speculate, and we're never going to guess like some other folks who got their sugar highs and are sucking up all the oxygen in the room for now, and they'll have their day in court. But we can talk about what might motivate people. And I won't talk about any particular people because I am not inside their head right now. But I can tell you that racism for profit is a major factor here. And we don't have to name names. But racism for profit, generating outrage for profit, in the end, it's all about money. And we don't even have to think about whether the racism that these people are talking about is real or fake or anything like that. It's racism for profit. And it's part of the motive.
Well, I wonder if they going after the good doctor. Then they going after Dr. Umar. I'm gonna have to wait and see who's gonna get sued. Now, I'm against saying this person totally did it. Okay, this person killed Nolan. This person, because we don't know. We don't know. Now, do I feel like he was murdered? Yes. Do I know who did it? No. Do I think I have an idea? Yes. Am I going to say it? No. So we have to be fair, across the board. But I personally, I keep saying this, if I was these gentlemen, if I were in their shoes, I wouldn't be doing an interview. I just wouldn't. Especially if I know I didn't do anything, I don't have to talk. I best believe in this. It's best to be silent. It's best to exercise your right to be silent, even if you're innocent. Just be silent. You didn't do anything, right? No, they can't sue for that. That's not what he's saying. Like, for example, if I say he went to the island with his white friends and he never came back, that's actually a fact. They can't sue on that. That's a fact. He went there with his white friends and he didn't come home. That's a fact. And they know that. That's a fact. He's talking about people said that they did it. There are some people that said that they did it. There's one lady, she's claiming that the football player did it. She said it. And then she gave out his address. But are they going to go after her? Probably not. She took all her videos down. And you know what she said? She's going to mind her business from now on. But guess what? She back doing it again. Because her views ain't looking the same talking about something else. That's why. So she back on it. You said they are upset because somebody said they are white. They are white. If you want to, if we want to just talk in generalities as far as crayon colors, yes, that's what they identify as. I don't protect. But if we can all get on the same boat and stop being so divisive, then we can get away from the crayon colors. Then we all just American, Norte Americanos, North Americans. I want to be specific. I'm North American. I'm not South American. I'm North American. I was born in Norte Americana. Estados Unidos. All right. Got to be specific here. I'm a United Stadian. I just made that up. I'm a United Stadian. That's my new thing. I'm a United Stadian from the United States. That's it. I'm not black because my t-shirt is black. I don't look like that. None of these people look like that white t-shirt the kid's wearing. But since we're going on crayon colors, yes, it was said that they didn't say the Crump and them didn't say he went to the island with his white friends. They didn't say that. But the problem is he the one brought attention to this case. That was his job. Because if it wasn't for Ben Crump, none of us would have known this happened. This left Mississippi. Matter of fact, this left Ocean Springs. Okay. That's the problem here. So now they're saying that the audio is fake. No, the audio that Cito put out, Mississippi put out, we're talking about the original audio. That's not fake. But we can still hear something going on in the background. Somebody is panicking behind closed doors. But gentlemen, let me just say this to you three real quick. If you did not do it, just go on with your normal lives. Don't worry about it. It sucks that Nolan didn't come home, but you guys said y'all left him there, right? Because you were having problems with the boats, correct? And you left and he stayed with Kate. So what's the problem? See, he keeps talking about these TikTokers, and because these guys, they grew up with social media. So that's all they're looking at all day, and their names being dragged through the mud. I don't care if they go on X account, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, their names being dragged through the mud. But if you didn't do anything, you don't have to talk. You don't have to talk. I didn't know what Jax looked like until today. I didn't know what he looked like. If I had saw him in Walmart somewhere, I would keep walking. I wouldn't say, oh, there go Jax. But now I'll know what he looked like. You said they need a crisis public. Yeah, I do recommend that. If you gentlemen are listening, if you're able to hire this lawyer and have Brandon come out, you need a crisis public relations specialist. But see, they would, you know what they would have told him? Don't talk. It'll blow over eventually. Eventually it'll blow over. If there was no foul play. But you don't have to talk. But since they talk, we're all ears. We want to listen since they are talking.
But when you have offenders who defame innocent young men, fine innocent young men, upstanding young men, it might be a constellation of motives. Profit, animus, stupidity, ignorance. Maybe they just don't like evidence. See, we really like evidence here. Tyler Cox really likes evidence. I really like evidence. Morgan, Jax, Warren, we really like evidence. And that's the difference between the other guys and us. And we have evidence.
Who are the other guys? Who are the other guys? This is the difference between us and the other guys. We like evidence. I like evidence too.
We have the receipts. We have the goods.
You heard him? He's a millennial. I got to find out how old this lawyer is. He said we got receipts.
And we're going to be presenting it in court. And I will say, once we present it in court, we're going to say, now you can't leave.
He said, when we present it in court, he said, now yous can't leave. Now yous can't leave. Yo, I think whoever set this matrix up we're in, they playing in our face right now. Somebody got a sense of humor, yo. They playing in our face. I can hear the saxophones going off. Can you hear them? I can hear them. They getting louder. The more and more they talk, them saxophones getting louder.
Do you think that the other side, because I've seen through social media that there's a preparation of lawsuits against the boys. Is there merit, according to your knowledge in this space, is there merit to pursuing lawsuits against them?
I am so glad you asked that question because I can answer that question definitively and unequivocally. Anybody who sues Jax, Warren, or Morgan, they're going to end up paying our attorney's fees. Guaranteed. Any lawsuit, and I'm going to warn anyone right now, anybody who is thinking for one...
He's stepping out of bounds. He's not supposed to warn people. He's not supposed to do that. He's out of bounds already. He's not supposed to warn nobody. If I want to sue, I'm going to sue. I don't need you to warn me, little man. Sit down. Ain't nobody scared of you. So what are you saying? You're going to warn somebody? He's stepping out of his bounds now. He is. If Ben Crump had said that, they would have been all over him, man. I'm going to warn you right now. That's intimidation. Guys, the saxophones are getting louder because I'm telling him right now, these TikTokers, sir, these TikTokers, these the same people that were talking about Kanika Jenkins a long time ago. Okay, we got some veterans on this case that I'm talking about. They've been talking about these cases. They talked about the last case where the girl wanted the soft life and she went over there to this island and didn't come back, but her fiance bounced up out of there and didn't even go to her funeral, talking about how much he loved her, didn't go to her funeral. All tight. We stayed on his ass. We stayed on him. It didn't work. He got out of it. He sent a bunch of cease and desist letters and nobody really cared. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be careful, sir, when you start to threaten like that. You making threats. You know what I'm saying? He's making threats, man. This is crazy.
And I'm going to warn anyone right now, anybody who is thinking for 1 second about suing these fine young men, these good Ocean Springs people, you're going to pay their attorney's fees.
He's talking about the family. He's talking about the family. He's not talking about us. So why would we sue them? Oh, some people are talking about counter suing them. If they get sued, they're gonna counter sue. But he got to be talking about the family because they're the ones that only gonna sue. Maybe, I don't know.
You're going to lose. You're going to get annihilated. You're going to get crushed. You have nothing. And here's the beauty of it. We know you have nothing because we actually have the evidence. We know what happened.
Wait, they have the evidence? They have the evidence. Wait a minute. Did he say they have the evidence? Why would they have the? Oh, why would y'all have the evidence? Boy, this family, boy, let me tell you something. Nolan parents, after this all said and done, they should have at least 12 lawyers sitting at their table, 12, to make sure they get relief. What are you talking about? Y'all got the evidence already. The police is sharing the evidence with you guys, huh? That's what you're saying? That's not supposed to happen. Bruh, this is I ain't never seen no case like this in a long time.
And I'll just say it like this. We have a pair of aces and you have 2-7 offsuit.
So with all the negative that's going on, obviously there's been positive that I've seen that have come y'all's direction. I felt like when Warren came out and did the interview the first time, of course, a lot of people decided to say a lot of negative things, but then there's a tremendous amount of people that were very supportive and thankful that they had a chance to hear the other side. So,
Sharice, I'm saying the same thing. I thought they don't know what happened to Nolan, but they said they got the evidence. Bro, they need to stop talking. You said love that attorney, not talking your shit. You said love that attorney, not taking your shit. Bro, you don't understand. You can like the attorney all you want to, but you don't know no better. He's messing up.
what are y'all's thoughts and feelings on the other side of this, where people have been supportive? You know, kind of what are your thoughts on that? What have you experienced in that area?
I want to start off and just say that has helped us tremendously.
Hold on. Did he win that case for Trump or not? Yes or no? Because last time I heard, Trump had to pay somebody. Now, was he on that case? I'm gonna have to look now to see if he got some relief for the president. Because I know the president's sitting there like, MF, please. I know he is. MF, shut up. Because I had to sit up there and pay some money.
Through this, one, mentally knowing that there are people on our side that are here to help and want to help and are actually helping.
Bro, if he couldn't win a case for the president of the United States, they got a problem. You understand that? He's the president of the free world, the entire free world. Okay? And you mean to tell me he had to pay out of pocket? Oh, look, yo, them saxophones getting louder. Can you hear them? Can you hear them saxophones? Oh my God, yo, bro.
Helping with the online stuff. And I want to say thank you to everybody who has made a video on the positive side of things and showing the actual facts and debunking a lot of false information and giving to the Gifts and Go. Yeah, that's another really big one. Thank you so much for that, giving to the Gifts and Go.
They raise a lot of money for the Gifts and Go. I want to say right now, if anybody would like to donate to my cause, you can. Okay, if you like to donate to the cause, I'm not going to start a Gifts and Go. I think they rate over 100,000. But if you like to donate and put into the coffers for me to go out there, because I will go out there and find somebody with a boat and go right to Horn Island. If you want me to go out there, I'll do it. I'll take a flight out there and we'll be right out there on the set. If that's what y'all want me to do. But you gotta look, I'm like the good doctor. You gotta hit the Cash App. Cash App, $ Max V World 75. Ashe. You gotta hit the Cash App, man. If you want me to go out there, but I gotta find somebody with a boat. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna go to Horn Island. I don't know about that. But might have to pull up, man. Go see what's happening. Not now, if there's a trial. If there's a trial.
That means a lot more than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, Morgan.
I just want to say thank you to all the people out there. I mean, I personally went through and looked at all the there's a prayer thing you can say a prayer on there, and I personally went through and looked at all the prayers, and I'm just really appreciative of all the people that I know that have our backs and have supported us through all of this. It's really helped us out.
That's great.
Obviously I want to give thanks to my friends and my family. Really appreciate it. I mean, it's hard to get by every day without having a group of people behind you. And it really helps my friend and I's, especially like mental side of things, knowing that we have a community behind us that is willing to stand for us and stand for the truth. And, we can't thank them enough. Like seriously with, like Morgan said, the prayers and just even the money and the Gifts and Go. It's a blessing from the Lord. And, we can't thank everybody enough. Seriously, it's been more than enough. So
Ed, what are your thoughts on this? I know you see the outpouring of support for the boys. I know that obviously with your credentials, you're taking on this case, which is a huge undertaking, representing multiple young people in this, with so many people that you have mentioned that could be possibly going to get sued in this. So what would you like to say to the people about this?
Well, the most important thing is that these three outstanding young men who are completely innocent are worth standing behind. It's worth standing behind them. It's worth supporting them, because these three gentlemen here, they're going to go out into the world and they're going to do incredible things for society, right? These are three young men who want to help people and who are going to help people. They're just wonderful souls, wonderful human beings. So if you want someone to support, if you're looking for someone to support, and if you're looking for people who tell the truth and like evidence and common sense, you should support these guys, not the other guys who traffic in lies. All right. Now there's a Give, Send, Go page, right? Those donations are very important. We have an incredible legal team. I'm very, very privileged to be working with Tyler Cox, called Cox, right? Is that right? So, but we're going to be bringing powerhouse lawsuits, absolutely powerhouse. But, right, it does require support. It requires support, and any support is greatly appreciated. But there are also things that people can do that have nothing to do with money. All we're asking people to do is embrace reality, embrace common sense.
I'm embracing common sense, and I'm embracing reality. I am. I didn't say that they did it, but I don't know who did it. And I'm going to say this, guys. I feel like he was murdered. Okay? I don't feel like this was an accident. I feel like the kid was unalived. So being that he was unalived, who did it? That's all. But I know one thing though, them saxophones is getting louder. I don't know what evidence he talking about. You don't need no evidence. They didn't do it. That's the only evidence you need. They ain't do it. They're on the right side of history. They didn't do it. Okay. So let's just stick with that for right now until we hear something. But one thing I want to say to you guys is this. They have not come out yet just to give us they didn't even throw a bone our way yet, just to say if it was a drowning. They didn't even say that yet. I mean, it still would have to go to the grand jury, but at least give us that. Did he drown or not? They're not even giving us that. Somebody had observed the body and said they feel like the body wasn't in the water that long. Okay, but what does that mean? I thought he was in the water for over 48 hours. He went missing on the 4th. They didn't find him until the 6th. He was in the water long enough. They said, no, he wasn't in the water that long. So, okay, so did somebody place him there? That's a problem. So, yeah, them saxophones getting real loud, man. There's some panic. The spirit is telling me there is some panic going on in the background. There is some major panic. People are not getting sleep. People are not eating correctly. Okay. They're panicking. They worried about their jobs. Everything. Because this case was not supposed to leave that city, but it did. It left the city and we all on it. We all on it. A lot of take. Listen, there's a YouTuber, the biggest YouTuber is on the case now. She's bigger than everybody. It's a Korean lady. Her name is Rotten Mango. She's bigger than everybody. She gets 2 to 5 million views per video. And now she's on the case.
And don't give in to your worst impulses. Do the research.
Right.
Read. Look at the evidence. Right?
We don't have no evidence to look at. You guys know that, right? We don't have no evidence. Unless he waiting the trial, unless he talking about when we go to trial. I don't know what he's talking about because there ain't no evidence. We don't even have the results of the autopsy. The final autopsy.
Judging credibility and look at the respective motivations, the motives on both sides, right? On one side, you have some folks who maybe are not motivated by such great things. But what we have on our side and why you should support us, one word for you. My favorite word, which is virtue. We've got virtue, all right? We've got the honesty. We've got the integrity, right? We're doing the right thing here. Honesty, integrity. That's us. Honesty, integrity, and the truth. And those are very high virtues. And that's why you should support these incredible young men.
Well, thank you guys for
support them for what? They ain't do nothing. I don't even know why we looking at them if they say they ain't do nothing. Let me ask you guys a question. Miracle, did you know who Jax was before this? I didn't know who Jax was. Now we know who Jax is now. No, he not saying nothing of substance. We just want to know what happened to the young man. That's all, sir. Yes, there are some YouTubers and TikTokers that's doing the most. But let's keep the main thing here. What happened to the young man?
Agreeing to do an interview. I really, the purpose, and I think you guys can agree to this or lament to it, that the purpose is just to get the message out there.
See, that's my thing, Miracle. Why is Jax? I didn't know who Ava is either. Why is Jax on there? Jax, you ain't do nothing right. So what you up there for? What you feeling guilty about? What you feeling upset about? You didn't do nothing. Guys, if I ain't do nothing, I ain't doing no interviews. I'd be like, what's his name? I'd be like B Love, yo. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all like who B Love is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Bart Starr. I wouldn't be doing no interviews, period. I'll be like Bart Starr, man. I'm calling him Bart Starr. Even though there's a football player back in the day named Bart Starr. You got a name like Bart Starr, you going places. Bart Starr. Listen, did you hear from him? No. Because maybe he ain't do nothing. Yeah, I'm getting ready for the season, man. Y'all can have this bum ass city. He was there. Jax was there. He was in one of the boats. For sure he was. But the thing is, why do we need to hear from Jax? He ain't do nothing. They all left, right? So what we need to hear from Jax for? Jack's sitting there, he like, I don't know what the hell. And the one with the white t-shirt, he ain't want to be there either. What are y'all here for? Are y'all just responding to TikTokers? Because that's all y'all keep talking about. People doing content on their phones. Just be quiet. You didn't do nothing. We got you. I didn't say you did it. I just don't know who did it. I can't totally cancel you out yet as a suspect. Everybody is suspects until the professionals go through the process of elimination. That's what did the sheriff just say in the Nancy Guthrie case? He said everybody is suspects. Everybody, even the family. He hasn't ruled anybody out yet. It's not saying that you did it, but we can't rule you guys out. And quite frankly, if you hadn't done this interview, I wouldn't know what none of you guys look like. You guys are getting low-key famous. Because some people that talk about you guys get millions of views. You said they kicked Tristan out of the boy band. Yeah, where is he at? How come he not up there in the friend group? And what is Jax doing there? Jax, what are you doing there, man? I didn't hear you in the audio. Nothing. I can't. They put Jax up there with you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said that. Yeah, put him up there to help you out because he can't do this solo no more. So he had to bring his boys with him. And he said it was 3 boats, but almost 30 people. So he said, "You ain't shoot. I ain't do this." And I don't think it's not too many people I follow that said they did it, but there are some people that are wild that are going wild on them right now. And did you know there's a lady that's going wild on the parents? She talking about what's the name didn't even stay with her. Her son didn't even stay with her, and she claiming that she has something to do with her son murder, like she has something to do with her ex murder, because Nolan father passed away, if y'all don't know. And this girl on YouTube trying to say that the mother has something to do with both of them, and it's just ridiculous. They getting attacked too. You said Tristan can't even get some Gatorade and Red Bull. His money ain't good in Ocean Spring. That's what I don't believe that. That's what they said. He was at a store. They said, look, your money ain't good in here. That sounds like a movie. Your money ain't good in here. So go somewhere else. We saw the interview. Your money ain't good here. And then the other one said they were at dinner. Lady approached them. Is this you? And finally said, yeah, it's me. Yeah. This don't sound right. It's crazy. Ain't nobody brought up Jax whatsoever. Nobody. They've been dragging Bart's name. They've been dragging Warren's name, and they've been dragging whatever his name is. Warren. I can't think of his name right now, but we weren't talking about him, but he up there though. It's crazy how them horns sound right now. It's crazy. Wyatt, thank you. You said have openly accused Jax of directly or indirectly killing Wells. I ain't never hear that. Jax? Well, here's the thing. I don't agree with people openly accusing him of killing somebody and we weren't there. All right. My position is I just don't think he should have did the interview to begin with. For what? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
I'm not an investigator in this case. I've done this for a living for a very long time. I know when people are lying and when they're not. And I want the world to know the only reason I'm even willing to talk to you guys is because you've shown through evidence that you've shown me and also through your character that you guys are trustworthy and you're at least in good faith telling me your side of the story. And so I just want to say thank you guys for doing the interview. And
I just want to say to the guys, thank you for doing the interview as well. Even though I don't recommend you guys doing the interview. I don't recommend it. But you guys did the interview and we're going to critique the interview. You said they just mad about content creators, not even about the fact that Nolan is no longer here. They made on social media, got nonstop the people beyond the internet. Listen, that's what it is. These content creators got their name in their mouths. It's crazy. You say you wish you were a lawyer, you take their money too. I can give it up for him, guys. I just want to say this really quickly. As a black attorney, because I bring race into it. I'm a black. Hold up, guys. Let me tell you my whole spiel. I'm sitting there with the boys, right? Because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get that 100,000 they raised, so it's all good. But I make it sound good, guys. Let me just say this: these guys are categorically innocent. Okay, they're 100%. They're solid human beings. Well, I can't even come up with nothing. See that? I'll be a messed up lawyer. And I'm not a loss for words. Okay. No relation, Stevie. Hey, I don't know. Would you let me ask you something, Adele? Say if people got you dragging your name through the mud, you know you didn't do nothing. How would you do an interview? I don't think I would. Well, we'll see how it plays out, guys. We'll definitely see how it plays out and go from there, man. You said they're guilty and panicking. It looked like something going on in the background. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Um, Second part. Um, hey man, at least they said something. I'm okay with them talking. Even though they should be quiet, but I'm okay with them talking. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping my mouth shut, even if I wasn't in it. I was just going about my business because I didn't do anything. Mm. You said they ain't finna Keefe, do you? He read on trial too. He wrote memoirs on the shooting. Damn, Keefe. They using everything against him. All right, guys, let me get out of here. But I'll be back tomorrow. As the world turns, I'm sure something's gonna break off. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.